Lost respect for a couple niggas, but the love don't change. Water thinner in your DNA, cause your blood don't change. I ain't think my loved ones would change, but my loved ones change. I ain't think my loved ones would change, but my loved ones change. Lost respect for a couple niggas, but the love don't change. Water thinner in your DNA, cause your blood don't change. I ain't think my loved ones would change, but my loved ones change. I ain't think my loved ones would change, but my loved ones change. Niggas be saying they real, won't catch me saying I'm real. I already spoke about that. I'm serious about chasing a meal. I be off of the Henny and weed, but now I ain't taking no pills. I be independent to make a meal, but now I ain't chasing no deals. Niggas really praying on my downfall, so I can't be around y'all. Big bro played the field. We popped out of that dirt like a ground ball. While y'all was spitting raps, we was thinking on ways to get the pounds off. While y'all was spitting raps, we was thinking on ways to get the pounds off. Niggas hate it, niggas hate it. Now my heart be like a refrigerator. Even when I ain't fuck with them, I be happy when my niggas made it. Long nights in the booth, lots of drugs, I be getting faded. A lot of niggas got eliminated. Living life and this shit's amazing. I get high on a daily basis. I get prescribed, guess I gotta take it. Woo. Feel like Kobe for the last shot, guess I gotta take it. Niggas see my potential before me, I guess that I got them waiting. I got tired of waiting on me, man, I guess that I'm not as patient. Lost respect for a couple niggas, but the love don't change. Water thinner in your DNA, cause your blood don't change. I ain't think my loved ones would change, but my loved ones change. I ain't think my loved ones would change, but my loved ones change. Lost respect for a couple niggas, but the love don't change. Water thinner in your DNA, cause your blood don't change. I ain't think my loved ones would change, but my loved ones change. I ain't think my loved ones would change, but my loved ones change. Roll a blunt, think about life, smoke shit till I pass out. Sheesh. Yeah, I pop in and pop back out. Niggas changed on me and my face, and I'm like, man, what's that about? Yeah, I'm done matching blunts, and I ain't giving no dabs out. Ain't no more smoking in whips or cribs, cause this ain't no trap house. Ain't no more 50 deep shows with the bros, get drunk and go blackout. Cause niggas changed on me. So it's fuck them, I'm plotting on stacking this girl, I'm brainstorming. Nice quarter, the day's warmer. I used to pray for some better days. Now I pray, then I meditate. Coming from the places I come from, nah nigga, you ain't never safe. And it's sad, but what's even sadder, most niggas just can't escape. I came from the bottom of the bottom. Spent pain, niggas can't relate. Vito finna paint a perfect picture till the canvas break. Niggas tryna switch the angle up, but can't even put the camera straight. I don't see how niggas come up and don't think if his meds is straight. I don't see how niggas come up and don't think if his family's straight. You could just
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of Herm Radio. Thank you everybody that's watching, everybody that will be watching this in the future, man. Got a real dope episode for you tonight. First off, what you just listened to is Ace Vito, ACEVITO. He got a new project called All From The Heart. It's a really dope project that's available on all platforms. He's a local artist, young kid, real dope. I recommend y'all check him out. That's Ace Vito. But tonight, man, we got a very, very special guest, a real talented individual. She goes by the name Vee Marie, a multifaceted artist, man. Hip hop. She got a dope voice. She be singing. What's up, Vee Marie? How's everything?
Hey, you guys. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing well. Hey. Also tonight, man, we got we graced with the presence of the God, man. We talking about the A God, man. My bro host, you know what I mean, with the most. What's up, A guy? How's everything? Thank you for
everything's
being
good
there.
over here, man.
Absolutely.
My pleasure, bro. My pleasure, bro.
Absolutely. All right, V. The way that we kind of like to start off is we like to kind of get right into a song, kind of introduce you through the music. So, what is a song from your catalog that you kind of want to introduce the audience to?
Well, it depends. Do you want to hear me singing or do you want to hear me rapping? Because I got two major tracks that are circulating.
You know, I want to hear both. Let's see. Let's start with it. Let's start with the rapping. Let's go with the rapping first, since you're gonna.
Yeah.
Let me go one of those.
Then we're gonna start. Paper Chase. The Paper Chase. It's
Paper
on.
Chase.
I think you played it off.
Yeah, I see it right here.
Yeah.
Okay, word. So let's get right into it and then let's talk more about it. So we got the Paper Chase by Vee Marie. This
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. VM, Vee Marie. Yeah. See, I've been shitted on, I've been left alone, I've been dogged by all of these niggas. I don't chase a dick, I never chase a bitch, I stay chasing after them figures. See, yo, bitch, I hate, so just leave the day when you rolling with me and this Chiva. See it in your eyes, it's your soul is mine, and at least you know you gon' leave her. I've been shitted on, I've been left alone, I've been dogged by all of these niggas. I don't chase a dick, I never chase a bitch, I stay chasing after them figures. See, yo, bitch, I hate, so just leave the date when you rolling with me and this Chiva. See it in your eyes, it's your soul is mine, and bitch, believe you know you gon' leave her. See, all this rage in my eyes is from your bullshit and lies. How many times have I tried to set this song to rewind? But you always pushing me closer, making me lose my composure. Black light and overexposure, fury within the enclosure. Take it back a few steps before this track is just over. And your teeth stay intact instead of you bleeding and holding them. It's best your closure retract. Cause I roll deeper than most. And yeah, my niggas stay strapped, but we shoot them ones like we ghosts, yeah. You can try to test me, try to disrespect how much your neck and try to check V. Baby girl, you better check C. Check for my name in the streets, Vee Marie, a queen bee. And all your toes say froggy. All you bras do is croak, Kim K, carbon copies. Pretty plastic fucking Barbies. Face down, ass up, all your tricks for the hobby. Shitted on, I've been left alone, I've been dogged by all of these niggas. I don't chase the dick, I never chase a bitch, I stay chasing after them figures. See, yo, bitch, I hate, so just leave the date when you rolling with me and this Chiva. See it in your eyes, it's your soul is mine, and this release, you know you gon' leave her. I've been shitted on, I've been left alone, I've been dogged by all of these niggas. I don't chase the dick, I never chase a bitch, I stay chasing after them figures. See, yo, bitch, I hate, so just leave the date when you rolling with me and this Chiva. See it in your eyes, it's your soul is mine, and this release, you know you gon' leave her. Watch your mouth, that's the shit they say. You a lady, how you act that way? But y'all run your mouth and throw shade, right? Playing wrong, bitch, nah, not today. I don't fuck with fake niggas, I react. Don't play high heels and Timbs and leave my prints on your face. We don't talk about the shit, we be about the shit. Niggas never have much to say. See, when you fraud as fuck, do anything for a buck, you have to lose your shit and straight try your luck. But you steady talking shit, forever high and late. Your beef ain't legit and your bitch stay a trick. No time for pigs. Slap a bitch 2 times. You ain't gotta tell me I'm a shit starter. I turn it up when need be and it's a none. Bitch shitted on, I've been left alone, I've been dogged by all of these niggas. I don't chase a dick, I never chase a bitch, I stay chasing after them figures. See, yo, bitch, I hate, so just leave the date when you rolling with me and this Chiva. See it in your eyes, it's your soul is mine, and at least you know you gon' leave her. I've been shitted on, I've been left alone, I've been dogged by all of these niggas. I don't chase the dick, I never chase a bitch, I stay chasing after them figures. See, yo, bitch, I hate, so just leave the date when you rolling with me and this Chiva. See it in your eyes, it's your soul is mine, and at least you know you gon' leave her.
Yeah, Vee Marie. So you came hard with that one for certain, man. Definitely like let everybody know where you are off the bat for certain, man. That track was going hard, man. I can't hear you because you probably muted.
Yep. My bad. Yeah, no, when I got serious about wanting to become an artist, because before I was an artist, I actually had my own label and I was producing other artists. And
Oh,
what
really?
ended yeah, what ended up happening was, same old story. They take advantage and, they start thinking that they can run you. So you just got to let them go.
Yeah.
So I got serious about what I was doing, and I just put everything that I had into these tracks. And when I came back up, I moved down south to keep doing this. I moved away from all the drama. I moved down south. I set up shop down there, and you know what I mean? I created, what I felt, probably a year ago to date had been the best work of my life, because I had just gone through so much and was able to put it all, down on something. And my life changed so much down there. So when I brought my music back up here, the sounds are different. What they like in the South is different than what they like up here in the
Absolutely.
North. In order to brand a product, that's when I started thinking of music as a business. It was easy to have an artist come to me with their vision and say, this is what I need you to do, and then I can formulate a plan, because that's their vision. I don't care about it personally. But when it's your
Yep.
work, creating something from its infancy, and you can see growth and you can see development in your own work, you know what I mean, as artists, that's what separates us as artists and those as performers who can take somebody else's work and go out there and perform it, like karaoke or cover bands or wedding singers. Like there's no shame in that. Some people are more comfortable singing other people's songs, and
Yeah.
that's great.
Not at all. There's
And we
definitely a
need
place
that.
for that too. Absolutely.
We need that.
Right. I feel like there are those of us who write and whose passion is so great that we're able to think outside of our own genre of music and able to tap into other genres of music and really hone into a collaborator's like a collaborator's mindset in order to write with them and for them. So you know what I mean, I really view myself more as a writer than and than anything else. And I think that most people should take pride in what they put into their work.
Mm-hmm.
No, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Interesting. So like, yeah, I definitely agree with everything she said, everything you said, V. Like, because like there's so many different roles to play in the creation of music and in the music industry. And really in 2020 and beyond, I've been talking to a lot of people that have been on the show and stuff about how you gotta like play different roles. You know what I mean? So I definitely, from observing you and from hearing your name in different aspects in the industry for like years now, I know obviously you're somebody that like knows like, oh man, I'm a boss in like different ways. Plus I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? But I want to I want to segue and I want to ask you.
And so give me 1 second,
Oh yeah,
because my 6-year-old just came in here and is crying.
no doubt. Fam first, man. Family first at all times. But hey, yo, what do you think about that, man?
I thought that was dope, man. Especially like the second half of the song, man. Once like the first hook was done, she came in with the second verse. That shit kind of went off from there, man. Really got my head knocking after that.
Nah, because you gotta have a certain way
sure.
to, like, she was commanding that beat like in a certain kind of way, like as a rapper. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people like rapping, they're like, oh, I'm rapping on the beat, but that was like the flows and everything. Plus the like it had like a calming theme. You know what I mean? So I was definitely digging the song.
Yep.
For certain, man. Yeah.
Nah, that was put together well, man. I could tell she ain't lying about that rating thing, man.
Nah, that's a fact, man. How you been, man? How you been? You looking forward to getting up out of this lockdown situation, man?
God, yeah, bro. I mean, since I just got the studio up and running, though, man, I'm in no rush to like get away from doing that, man. I'm just getting started with that, so that's dope. So I'll have a lot coming out soon, but.
What do you got coming? What are you working on, man? You got some singles. You got a project coming out?
Yeah, project, man. My man Just Listen, producer, me and him coming out with a tape. So I'm actually about to start recording that tomorrow. So that should be real soon. I'm real excited about that.
That'd be dope. I know Just Listen goes in. Yeah, V.
Yep.
We were just.
Woe is motherhood. What's funny is they don't bother with you until you're in the middle of doing
something, yeah.
They want to know. Yeah, they want to know.
You're in demand. You're in demand.
There you go.
It's nice the attention. You feel me?
Exactly. That's good. You do a lot, then, man. You're a mom and you be doing all of this. So that leads me to what I was saying is like, who is Vee Marie? So we went into the first song. I know we're gonna hear a lot more, but like. In your interpretation, like in your description, who is Vee Marie, the artist?
Yo, disconnect from my speaker. They're killing me. It's all right. Always technical. I had to give him my other phone in order from, but I forgot it was still connected to the speaker. What's going on with me right now? These children
it's mad funny.
Wreaking havoc on my life. You see what I'm doing? I am smoking blunt after blunt. I am sipping on the Hennessy, bruh.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to.
Reprisal.
It has weeks that we have had to maintain distance from each other, and that's easy enough. Like, forget anybody that thinks that their their happiness outside their house is more important than the public's personal safety. I'm not with that. But those of us that got kids in the house that are going through like hormonal changes, being around your teen all the time, it's not safe. I don't think it's.
Yeah, it's not natural.
No, I saw a statistic that liquor store sales up like 60-70%, man, since this all started. Like, that's no joke, man.
They're racking it up.
Everybody's dealing.
Nah, they got people on the
That's
side.
just funny.
Masks, you know how much masks are going for in certain places?
Ooh.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's like you don't realize how much time we're not with our children these days. Like, times have changed so much with technology. So we used to teach our kids everything. Anything our kids knew, they learned it from their parents. They learned it from, us showing them how to wash dishes and iron clothes
Yep.
and cook a meal. And it's like people nowadays don't even know how to do the basics. Like, you're sucking your lips through a fucking bottle. Like, what the fuck? What is wrong with people? You know what I mean? And it's like
Nah, it's
they don't
way
have
different.
the basics in taking care of themselves, because we're after the generation that was like trying to make up for all the fucking drugs that got flooded onto
Yeah.
our streets. So
Yeah.
they did nothing but call them kids, and now them kids don't know how to do anything. It's ridiculous. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Tide Pods, really? Why are y'all doing stuff that's absolutely ridiculously stupid?
Yeah, and it gives all that power away. If they can't do like the basics, when it comes down to it, they have no power or control over the situation. You know what I mean? So, but
Have you
that's
ever
a
watched
Absolutely. That's what it's really about, man.
them videos where they ask them basic, like, history or geography questions, and they can't
what on
even
World
answer
Star
them?
Hip Hop.
Nah, like any of them. Like, Noah,
Yeah, I seen
Trevor,
a lot of
any.
it.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it definitely kind of seems like for like when we were younger, like we knew a lot about history and shit. It's almost like time started at a different time for like generation that's coming up now. They only know like from when
What's
they came,
on it?
like
Because they have Google. So at the end of the day, if you're not directing your kids in some kind of direction, they're just gonna go on their own or ask their friends. And what
yeah,
their friends know, because their friends are the same age as them.
Yeah. So what do you
Like,
think? You think Google weakens us? Being as that, you know what I
yes,
mean? Like we come from where we actually went to libraries. I believe, you know what I mean? Like we had to go to the library,
I
check, go look at an encyclopedia.
I think Google is good because your kid can look something up and then ask you and see if you'll fucking lie to them about it.
that's not what I was expecting. I like that.
I mean, if the goal is to if the goal as an honest and good parent is to be honest with your kids, they're the closest things to you. They're with you more than anybody else on the planet. You spend more time with them. If you're gonna lie to them, you're gonna damage your relationship with them from the beginning.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yep,
And with Google, they're using it anyway. You know what I mean? You can't prevent it. It's not like when we were kids and the only way you could get porn was looking under your parents' bed.
yep. That's funny. They actually been like robbed. That made me think like they're actually getting like robbed of a lot of adventure, man. I actually kind of like pity that. Like, talk shit and that, but I actually kind of pity that, man. It's
Yeah,
like
that's for real.
wouldn't even know why. Wouldn't even know what they're missing. It's crazy. Let's see.
Yeah, man. We used to just
I
run
put
out in the woods and just, you know what I
as
mean,
much as
just tag or
possible.
whatever. You know what I mean?
Yup.
Just like weird
Do your own
games like
thing, man.
Michael Myers or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like
Got life skills
nobody's in
just
the
from not
woods
wanting
now.
to go home.
If you're in the woods, you're a weirdo.
Well.
Yeah, for real.
It's
See that?
like,
You're the reason they're not
yo,
in the
he's in the
woods,
woods. He's in the
man.
woods. It's like 12. It's like afternoon.
Yeah,
Like, what's he doing in the woods?
when you're
I
done.
try, I try to go in the woods. I swear to God, I try to go in the woods and like I still, some dude from I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, he was just creeping on me. I swear to God. I was like, I can't go in the woods.
Oh
That was the
no.
last time I tried.
Ha ha ha.
No,
It's
What do
real
you
out
have,
there.
like the cape? You had the
Nah,
cape?
Blue Hills, you know what I mean? Blue Hills.
Oh man.
Yo, V, man, let's get into some more music. Let's hear some more music.
you can hit on The Bigger Picture if you would like to.
All right,
That's
cool.
the R&B.
So this is like a different vibe. This is you more singing, right?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, cool. So let's get right into it. So this is Vee
Alright.
Marie, The Bigger Picture, Herm Radio.
I know you're crazy, but I only wanna be with you. You think I'm shady, cause I'm out here trying to make some moves. But it ain't like that, just know that I'll be right back. I'll give you all my time, just to let you know you're mine. It ain't nothing, promise I'ma do it all to give you something. This love I got is only for you, you're my comfort, my future husband. I'ma give you all my heart, yeah, all of it, yeah. Baby, I know that I gotta come fix it. You the only nigga that I be missing. Swear I'm coming home to give you the business. Turn off my phone, it can leave me a message. I'ma just cover your body with kisses, kisses. Rub your body down, you know that I miss it, miss it. It's not like I don't love you anymore. It's what I'm doing this for. I just really hate to let you down. Love seems scary these days, but all these niggas going crazy. You the only one I want around. How many times, how many ways can I say that I love you now? Be them little things you do to let your true soul shine through, and I'll love you till we in the ground. Now that I got you here, I ain't letting go. There's so much feeling that we're feeling, gotta let it show. When I ain't near you, I'm feeling it from head to toe. My affection that I'm left with, gotta let him know. It's you and I, you and I. Don't wanna waste your time, cause I'ma make it right. You have a place inside, that's why I made you mine. Gonna take my time, relax your mind, cause I'm all yours tonight. Tell me what you want, boy, it's free. Don't want nobody else, it's only you and me. Get rid of all this tension we don't need. I give you my affection, my everything. I'm giving you my everything. It's not like I don't love you anymore. It's what I'm doing this for. I just really hate to let you down. Love seems scary these days, but all these niggas going crazy. You the only one I want around. How many times, how many ways can I say that I love you now? Be them little things you do to let your true soul shine through, and I'll love you till we in the ground. Baby, I know that I gotta come fix it. You the only nigga that I be missing. Swear I'm coming home to give you the business. Turn off my phone, it can leave me a message. I'ma just cover your body with kisses, kisses. Rub your body down, you know that I miss it, miss it. It's not like I don't love you anymore. It's what I'm doing this for. I just really hate to let you down. Love seems scary these days, but all these going crazy. You the only one I want around. How many times, how many ways can I say that I love you now? Be them little things you do, let your true soul shine through, and I'll love you till we in the ground.
Yeah, Vee Marie. So that was a big turn from the last song. That was like a whole different vibe. I was definitely feeling it. Well, what say you, A God, man? Was you vibing to that song?
Hey, my bad, man. It took me a minute to get that mic back on. Nah, that was dope, man. That's actually you mentioned you earlier. I went on your website just to check you out, seeing on your page. That's the song I listened to. I was impressed by that. That was dope. For
Thank you
real.
so
Yup,
much. I
yup.
co-wrote that song with a writer out of New Bedford, um, Corey Pina, like 2 years ago. Like, see, what people don't understand is like when you're trying to write music, I can't even say that. I'm kind of opposite from a lot of people that think that, pumping out track after track after track is gonna get them seen. I feel
Mhm.
like I want to put out quality as opposed to quantity.
Yep.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with the latter. That's just not how I roll. So, you know what I mean? That being said, like, I released this project as my official, I have 3 amateur projects that came out in 2012, 2015, and 2016 that came out before, this official distribution drop in 2018. So, like, I'd like to take my time with writing tracks. You know what I mean? Writing music is not, I don't think, something that should be easy, or, you know what I mean,
Yup.
just come like that. I think you should work. It's a skill, and I think a lot of people take that skill for granted these days. You know what I mean? They just expect you to just
Yeah.
be able to drop at a dime and not really your craft.
Yup. Just want content. Don't really not much behind it. Just have to make deadlines, have to get content out. Now I see a lot of people with that mindset, man. I try to stay away from that too. I hear you on that 100, man. Nah, for real.
I just want to make, you know what I mean? It's not about, it's like, I feel like with a lot of folks, it's a gimmick. You know what I mean? They feel like there's a formula and they're hitting all the basic points, and, you know what I mean? They're making something out of nothing. And, you know what I mean? Like, that's great. I would never be upset at somebody else's come up, no matter how you coming up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to make sure that I stay true to, you know what I mean, the musician who I am. I have an education in music. I've been, I picked up an instrument when I was 6 years old, and I've been composing music since I was 15 years old. And I didn't make all these strides to just for somebody to think that I just picked something up like a computer up and was like, oh, I think I'll be an artist today. You know what I mean? This is like lifelong.
So you've been doing
So
music since you were a young kid.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, wow.
I've been training as a musician since I was 6.
So is
Wow.
this something that you always wanted to do, and when did you start taking it seriously?
Well, when I was 6, I was going through some really rough things. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to get into that kind of stuff, but I feel like the church was there for me at the time, and they put a trumpet in my hands, and I was really interested in making this thing make music. And I was in choirs at church and playing instruments and learning music theory, and doing things. The Salvation Army Church is where I was going at the time, and they're the ones that basically said, yo, you can do music. You don't have to be playing out here in the hoods and doing all this other stuff. Like, you could be here learning how to play music. And
Yeah.
I was,
Doing something.
and so I took advantage of that as a child, and it worked for me because I ended up doing competitions and I ended up excelling. And you know as a result of my life and things that happened, we ended up relocating to Cape Cod, where the opportunities were just greater. You know what I mean? They were just more available. And I did a lot of choir stuff,
Okay.
a lot of group themed show choirs and a cappella choirs, and you know what I mean, a lot of those high school uh all town group things that they get together. I don't know if you remember in high school, if either one of you were in music classes
Yeah.
or band or
No,
anything
most
like
definitely,
that,
most definitely.
but they had like an all kids out and bring them all together from all over the state. we did all that stuff, and that was just what we were doing at the time. It was our main focus,
Yeah,
and
and that
it's
that
what
provides like
attention that
incredible like training, like incredible fundamentals for like young like kids that came up in the church that sing, or people that came up playing
Yeah.
piano because their parents made them. Like sometimes I wish I was doing that at a young age because I still got to learn. So that's dope.
Yeah, I mean,
Nah, for
and
sure.
it was a lifeline for me. So, when I couldn't get myself out of my head as to what was going on in life, I could focus on music. I could write
Yep.
something, I could sing something, I could make something. And I think the act for artists is creation. Like that satisfaction in knowing that that is something that was yours. It came out of your emotional state. It came out of your brain. You know what I mean? I just feel like sometimes artists, because it's the music business, it's formulated that way. So they get an algorithm, and they get a catchy beat, and they get a catchy phrase, and they get everybody to say it, and then it's on
Mm-hmm.
TikTok. And
Mm-hmm.
it goes by,
Yep.
then there goes the art. There's no art. You know what I mean? It's 15
Nah,
seconds.
that's
Kids
that's
have
just a job. That's just a job at that point. You're marketing. That's all
yeah.
it is, a marketing job, man.
I just want to love what I do. And I had artists that sucked that joy out of me, and I'll never do that again. Like, I'll work with people again, but I don't know if I'll ever produce and manage people again. And that's why, like,
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get back my, like, technical knowledge. So I have a little bit of technical training from Berkeley, but I really want to get my audio engineering, you know what I mean, degree, so that I can learn to mix and master, and that way I don't have to send my stuff out. Like, I record myself,
Yeah.
I do light mixes, and I can master a little bit, but I don't really do anything that's radio worthy myself. I usually send it out.
Hey, we gotta talk
I
because
want to
I'm mix and master, and I also do like mix and mastering tutorial videos. Like,
really
yeah.
cool.
So
Oh,
I'm,
I didn't know that. I didn't know you had the videos. That's
yeah.
dope.
But I went to full set. I've been doing it for a while, but I'm mastering for folks. So you know what I mean? Like, you might still want to go to school and stuff like that, but between like YouTube and like different stuff and like, but yeah, we should talk, man. If you're interested in like mastering and stuff,
I definitely am. We can definitely talk about that.
no doubt.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
Listen,
all I'm gonna
I
learn
teach
too. I'm
I
gonna learn through
teach
your
kids
videos, bro.
beats. Yeah, nah, that's my new thing since the quarantine is like doing videos. I do it through like the same software, you know what I mean?
video streaming is where it's at right now, and as artists, that's all we can do. Invest in yourself as an artist right now. It's the only time you're going to be able to do it, and do it guilt free, because you know what, don't put nobody else at risk of getting COVID-19. That shit is horrible.
Yeah, for real. Yo, V, so like I'm getting a whole notion about kind of like who you are kind of in this music industry and in this like in this game in general and stuff like that. And it's like you seem to be kind of boss minded, oriented, and like making sure you have control over your different business situations, influence on your network and your artistic creative power and all that type of stuff. So like, how is it important? I know for like coming from a female standpoint already, there's a lot against you. You know what I mean? When you're trying to like boss up and just do your own thing and all that type of stuff. Like, um, why is it so important to kind of like be doing all these different things and being in control of your like creative agenda and all that type of stuff?
Well, I think that it's you're going to be an independent artist, an independent female artist especially, to build the right team of people around you. And sometimes that's just trial and error. You know what I mean? Some people are really good at faking it, and you get in situations where you have to learn by experience. And you know what I mean? Unfortunately, that's what ended up happening to me. You know what I mean? I've had so many managers, you know what I mean? And it wasn't like I didn't try. Like I said, I had a label. So I know how to manage. I know how to put out artists. My two artists, they did really well when they were under me. We just started out, and they were nowhere on the map, and we gave them a foundation.
Yeah.
And we covered, you know what I mean? We covered photography, because I have professional photography training. Like, a lot of people don't know that I used to be 316 pounds. So I used to never want to be on camera. That's why I did a lot of writing, because I wrote for other artists. You know what I mean? I never wanted to be in front of the camera. I always like I said, I like to create. So being behind the camera never really bothered me. So we covered all that. We did the videos, we did all that. And I just felt like at the end of the day, you're not finna come into my house and utilize all my fucking equipment and my skills and then talk shit or treat me like shit, or, you know what I mean, be out here not representing the people that are supporting you. I don't care how much you had to drink. So, like, it's about, you know what I mean? And I think that stuff like that ties into what's going on right now with Tekashi 6ix9ine. People don't understand. You know, you got so many people on the fence, and then you got people that are completely left and completely right, and I'm just like,
What
bro.
as to if he did it, if he's right or not?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, he's out. But here's the thing: are you really out if you're in fear for your life? You got to be in fear for your life. You know morally what you did was wrong, and you know that people, human beings, think that their moral high ground is more important than anything else. So that's obvious in our government, right? So what do you think is going to happen? You fucking broke the rules. You broke code. They're going to come for you. Like, eventually they're going to get you. That's why he's scared. Everybody thinks he's happy. He did this video what he thought was going to happen. His fans were going to save him. They're going to take bullets for him.
Nah,
because these guys are not happy. He snitching is not cute.
Nah, he'll be good for a little. He got so much attention right now. He'll be good for a little bit.
What about his family?
I'll be interested to see what happens in a little bit, though.
What about his family?
Okay.
What do you think, though?
Bro.
What do you think about? What do you think about that situation, and like how is that gonna affect it? Because it kind of seems like this is like a changing point in life or something like that. Like for hip hop, for gang culture, for like the streets and everything all intertwined into one. It's like this is like a weird time where it seems like stuff is changing and like old ways. Like it's weird, right? What's gonna happen because of this?
I think there needs to be a definite line in the sand when it comes to telling stories about being a gangster and actually being a gangster. And I think you need to make that very clear cut from the beginning, because if not, you're going to have real gangsters showing up at your door, or you're going to have fake gangsters snitching on your ass.
Yeah, he got weighing over his head with all that shit, man. Weighing over his head. I see people online giving him like that excuse too. I was like, dude, he just fucked up from the beginning, even just being him, man. You know?
Oh man.
You made cut deals, you made oaths, you did whatever. You broke the rules. No, it might not have been the government's rules, but you broke the rules. You made a pact. You created an oath, and you broke that. So I feel like his time is gonna come up.
Hey, at the end of the day, man, the most important thing to me is like being okay with myself at the end of the day, man.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't be no life for me. I don't care how much money came with that, bro. That would be no life for me, man.
That's nuts, man.
That's terrible.
Yo, V, let's get into another song. Let's keep the music going.
Yeah.
What I open with when I do shows is called What You Know.
All right, I see it right here.
Yep. I'm gonna put myself on mute.
Cool, let's get right into it. Vee Marie with What You Know, Herm Radio.
What you know about Vee? What you know about me? What you heard about me? What you know about me? What you think you gon' see? What you know about me? What you know about Vee? What you know about me? What you heard about me? What you know about me? What you think you gon' see? What you know about me, huh? All these bitches do is talk shit. All these petty motherfuckers that ain't got shit, they talk shit. No money, no cars, no bras, borrow money from their mama, cause these niggas rather start shit. I don't need to be a bad bitch. I do some bad shit with plastic and it can get you mad quick. And I ain't scared to do the things your man said he wouldn't, cause he couldn't. Nigga better watch it, cause your man slick. See how I know we fuck a hot trick. The definition of a thought sneak on my what you know about me, motherfucker?
Yo, V, man. So one thing I realized from your music so far, from the hip, especially the hip hop and the rap aspects of the music, is like
Yeah.
your beat choice is a very unique and different beat choice, and then the way that you kind of like rhyme and flow on the beat, it's like it's very unique. It's not something that I can think of something to compare it to. What influences you to pick these beats and kind of flow on, like, you know what I mean, like this?
You're gonna think I'm such a fucking nerd.
What?
I'm wicked like space and comic books and video, like not video games like now, but like arcade games from like the 80s when you used to, or even the 90s when you would go to the video arcade to play video games with your friends. Like when I look for music, for me, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like a spacey kind of,
Uh,
you know what I mean? You know what I
I
mean?
can.
Like,
Well, yeah, I might not have, but like I do because like of the last beat that I like thought the beat back in my head, and it actually sounds like something that would have came out of an arcade game, like with
Yeah,
kids, man. Like some Space Invaders like background shit or something. Nah, seriously.
I'm obsessed. Like in the first track, you know what I mean? It was, you know, a Dragon Ball Z reference. You know, like, and I'm pretty straightforward. Like I'll do metaphors and similes, but really I'm just a lot of the times just talking straightforward because
yeah.
I suffer from dyslexia. So writing for me, like I wish I could battle rap and just come off the top and freestyle, but I have to write, you know what I mean? And I'm okay with that. That's my lane and I stick to it because I really want the music that I make to be really good. You know what I mean? I want
That's
people
dope.
to I it's not that I want people to like it, but I want people to be able to respond to it and respect it even if they don't like it. Cuz I got music that I
Yeah,
don't like, but I respect the artist and I can say, "Yeah, that's a good song. I might not like it, but
it's
you
just
know,
not for you. Yeah, just
Yeah.
not for you.
But
Yep.
those ones you don't
so
like be the first ones that people be like, "Yo, that's the best song you ever did." You know, like so.
yeah, and it'd be like, I don't even like that song. If
That's
you trying
definitely
to hear
happened.
something completely off the rip, like you don't have to right now, but if you click on All Right, it's a different kind of tone. It's funny because I'm singing and rapping in this track. Either that one or the Legacy. The Legacy is like a love song, and I'm singing and rapping in that one too. So,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like, what's hard is that you got people that respond sometimes to one or the other. So then they try to convince you to do one or the other. And for me, it's just like if I feel it or if I hear it on the track, and I think that it's something that I can do, then I'll do it. If like I've
Yep.
it out to people and they don't want to jump on it, then I'll just fucking write it. You know what I mean? Fuck it. I'm not gonna sit here on a good song for all this time. And I've actually done that to a track. And I feel bad because people hear the track now and they're like, "Oh, you should let me jump on it." I'm like, "Nah, like I sent this to mad people.
Yeah,
I
keep
work
that for
hard to
yourself.
make sure that my fucking cadences are straight. Like I don't want to be boring. I don't want to be redundant. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I feel like these are what makes us different than the people that just fucking get all fucked up and go in the studio and be like,
Yeah, nah, it's
genius. I'm a genius.
nah, I own that
no,
because
I
you
say
know what I
it's
mean.
like
Nah, go ahead, yo. Hey,
no, it's like hype and articulate at the same time. I don't hear that much. So it's I like that. I like that.
There's a lot of
Lot.
people, artists in Boston right now that are doing a lot of good music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
lot of them, and they're not just doing good music, they're making all the right, boss moves to put themselves in a position where when this band lifts, they're going to be able to take off, running. And salute to them. You know what I mean? Like, the more we support each other, the higher we can get. Boston needs a completely different reputation.
That's a
Like, dead
fact.
ass.
That's a fact, man. There's a lot of power in numbers.
Yeah, for real. Um,
Let's get into one of those tracks that you was talking about.
you can either one. I can't seem to go to All Right. That's the first.
I see
track.
All Right. Yeah, I see All Right. Okay. So let's play All
Mhm.
Right, Vee Marie, Herm Radio.
Capital One knows life doesn't alert you about your credit card.
Hold up, I lied. We got an ad. So give me a quick intro to this track.
Well, I was living in Mobile, and
Oh, Mobile.
Mobile, Alabama. Shout
I went
out
there.
to
I
my-
went there one time.
Yeah, because you went to Full Sails, so all y'all college boys come up to Mobile, Alabama to hit the studios to meet the hoes. I know.
It was business.
Uh-huh. That's what y'all say.
Everything closed. Everything closes early. That's what I saw.
What? You must have been.
I wasn't in.
West
I wasn't in the. I wasn't in the real Mobile. The real Mobile.
No.
I wasn't.
Shout out to my folks
Yeah.
all over Tomerville, crying.
Nah, I know it goes down.
Yeah, it go down in the A.
All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get into it. All right, Vee Marie, Herm Radio.
Let me mute.
I thought you had it, but reality ain't like it, and I'm finding that it's tragic that this shit's become a habit, but it's alright. I'll be alright. See, I'm a savage, let my heart the bitch detaches, and I promise that this fire I carry turn you to ashes, bitch, it's alright. I'll be alright, baby. You ain't never met a girl like this one. You ain't never met a bitch like me. You ain't never felt a mouth so soft. You ain't never heard a voice so free. I was spending all my time trying to make your ass mine when the entire time you was creeping from behind. And boy, I swear that my brain is turned to mud. My whole body's dull and numb. I can't focus on a plug. Fuck any kind of love that leave me high as fuck. If that's the only way, I'm saying fuck that drug love. Don't need no explanations, please don't waste your breath. Fuck that kind of stress, I'm slipping in this dress tonight. Time to impress, move on, I think that's best. And trust, it won't take very long for new interest to set back. I thought you had it, but reality ain't like it, and I'm finding that it's tragic that this shit's become a habit, but it's alright. I'll be alright. See, I'm a savage, let my heart the bitch detaches, and I promise that this fire I carry turn you to ashes, bitch, it's alright. I'll be alright, baby. Too many motherfucking cooks in the kitchen, too many fuck niggas bitching. They talk about me, I keep them dreaming and wishing it was me they were pleasing. They selling fantasy over fiction. To any fuck nigga gonna listen, but I keep my instant text with no revision. See a nigga stay all up in his feelings when you tell him no, that's just what they deal is. Then they run around the entire town spilling tea like they straight fucking bitches. Mad cause they wanna know what this bliss is. Caught up in your own, now you're all fucking twisted. Baby, till I'm grown, I know about resistance, but restraint ain't in your linguistics. You think you got this, baby? Please take 2 steps back. Don't worry about this pussy. Fuck if I got a whole pack of a bunch of thoroughbred niggas not afraid to attack. So shut it on up or get shut down and please just fade to black. Boy, bye. You fucked up. Fucked it 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 up. Yeah, you fucked it up for me. I thought you had it, but reality ain't like it, and I'm finding that it's tragic that this shit's become a habit, but it's alright. I'll be alright. See, I'm a savage, let my heart
that was definitely a dope joint, V. So that was one of your newer tracks.
No, that track is off of the um, V by Vee Marie compilation album that is out on iTunes, Amazon, all major streaming, Spotify, all that. You can hit my website, beyondmarie.com, and you can get clips of where all my music is. I've got songs on mixtapes all over the place because, like, circulation is key. And if
Yeah.
we can't move physically, then we got to move our music. And I had been getting into the reviews and stuff. Give me 1 second. I'm out on my porch. It's a little chilly.
Oh, okay.
I am not sick.
All right.
I am
Yeah.
very
You better not have the
Ah,
COVID. I'm gonna have to put
say, yeah, I
put
gotta
all that.
go. Yeah, I gotta go.
of the COVID. Um,
Oh man.
but yeah, completely lost my train of thought. I've been smoking all this weed.
Nah, yo. All right. I've been meaning to ask though. So it seems like a different time for female artists right now. 2020, 2019. There's a whole lot of female artists on the come up right now, and it seems to be like a whole different climate. When I was coming up, it was like it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? You had certain prominent female rappers, Rod Digger, Lil Kim, Foxy Brown. You know, you had plenty. You had a lot of them, and they was paying their dues, and they was dope female rappers the whole time. But like as far as recognition and all that type of stuff, it seems like a whole new day with where you know what I mean. Females is like equal to everybody else as hip hop artists and all that type of stuff. How do you feel about that?
I think it's easy to mistake um, the hard work that women have to do to get to where they are, and as many of them doing it as us having it easier in the industry. But that's because that's how we're all preconditioned. You know what I mean? But Lizzo's music has been on the charts and out, for the last 8 years and just started popping in the last two. You know what I mean? Like a lot of male artists don't have to go through that because they will get, larger companies to back them instantly. I mean, you had certain producers go on the record to say that they wouldn't put money behind a female artist if they weren't sleeping with them. There was
Damn.
nothing that I mean, because
Wow.
it's such a hard market to make your money back off a female artist. And that's why as an artist and as a female, you have to go into it not thinking at it anymore as I'm a female artist, but I'm an artist. You know what I mean? And I feel like if you put your foot down in the beginning and you say, this is the level of respect that I demand, and if you don't meet it, then I'm willing to walk away. And you walk away, then, you know what I mean? You can keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Just a lot of people. Jesse Reyes hit on these issues, a couple of years ago, and then, you know what I mean? But nobody pays attention to female artists unless it looks like we're losing our shit or we're the next fucking, stripper, or, we've got the vocals of Whitney Houston, or you know what I mean? Like male artists come out every single day. Female artists
Yeah.
have to, stand out. We're in competition with everybody, not just men, but young men and young women. And like these kids are coming out younger and younger and younger. When I was a kid, you know what I mean? Like there were 13-year-olds coming out with record deals. So, you know what I mean? Like if you don't take this seriously, the people that don't make it are the people that quit is what I say. So it's like you can either let it go, do something else, or do what you love and hope you can hope that people like it, but if you don't, nobody else will like it. So at least you like it.
For
I
certain.
support anybody working hard.
Let me ask you this:
Same here, man.
do you think that young men in the hip hop industry, just in the communities and stuff like that, on a regular everyday basis, do you think that there's like unnecessary competition towards women as opposed to the upliftment and the embracement of women. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, I think it, and you guys might disagree with this, but I think that and being a mom that has girls and boys, I feel like I know this to be true that men are raised in this country and in this world with the sense that they are better than anything on this planet, better than any animal, better than any woman, better than any life form, better than any tree. We destroy everything, bro. Like, seriously, men have been fucking up this planet since they've been running it from the
It's a
beginning.
fact.
Let
It's
You know
true.
what I mean? It is what it is. Hold on, mommy duties.
All right, all
Hold
right,
on
all
one
right, all
second.
right.
I'm gonna mute you.
All right, word. Yo, hey, what you think, man? What you think about dudes that feel the need to be competitive towards women, either in hip hop or just on the everyday life? Like, what do you think about that?
Uh, I don't know, man. That's something I never really understood, bro. You know what I mean? Like, on either side, man. I mean, it's a shame it's the way it is. You know what I mean? Because like when you have something the way it is, it had to come from somewhere. So it's a shame that it got there. But shit, I don't know, man. Like that's that type of shit, man. I don't get involved in none of those arguments, bro. I don't. I stay away from that shit, bro.
Yo, watch what
I
you
stay
say.
away from that. Oh yeah, man. I'll fall back on that one.
He said it far back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
It's hip hop media source, man. It's like, yo, we'll fall back on that. It'd be like, you go on Fox News. It'd be like, I decline to comment. You'd be like, hey, listen,
Ah,
hey, listen, bro, I fall back on that one. Yeah.
I plead the fifth.
All right.
Oh, man.
Word.
No, that's all
I
good.
am so sorry.
Nah, that's all good,
Sorry,
man. We was making jokes. You know what I mean?
my bad. I'll hear.
All right, where were we at? Where were we at? So all right, I don't remember where we at, but all right. So let me
He
ask you.
just answered the question.
Yeah, he answered the question. All right, word. So
Yeah, I'll hear it again when I
all right,
yeah.
sounds good. Sounds good. So as far as I know it's Vienna Marie. You know what I mean? You're a one woman army as far as this music thing goes, man. You're doing a lot, but I know you also got like a team and you got like a network of people you're messing with. So tell us a little bit about that.
Supreme Entertainment out of Boston, BMG Records, Bugsy Street, Sinbad One Life. Um, we started dealing with each other. When you start doing these shows and you start booking yourself, you deal with the same promoters. So like I would see them when I first started on my first tour at shows here and there. And then they weren't together then. So the next year they had become together and they became the BMG boys, but to do a project. Like people think that they're a group. They're not. They're separate artists. They came together to do a project.
Okay.
So um they started coming out, and then I hit them up because I was doing a concert series here in Brockton at Gigi's on Crescent Street, and I hit them up. I was like, can y'all come through? You can bring merchandise, you can perform a set. You know what I mean? Like we did all of this with no slot fees. You know what I mean? We weren't doing what a lot of these promoters do, like and promise them, because you know what I mean? Like you're doing a club slash bar on a weird night of the week, like Thursday,
Yeah.
and you're starting out for the first time. You have to build something. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And that's what I think that a lot of people don't understand when you're starting out. They're like, oh well, we went and there was hardly anybody there. I don't expect you to be the draw because people don't really know you that much. The idea is for us to get together, have a spot to sell our merchandise, have a spot for us to possibly get interviewed by a radio host, a podcast host, maybe get a photographer to come out and take our pictures. You know what I mean? Maybe get a blogger to come out and blog about the eating and put it in some kind of a, you know what I mean? Like, think outside
Something, just being out there. Just
together. You know what I mean? But everybody's like, oh, well, I'm spending money on this. Everybody's spending money. Everybody has to spend money on gas to get to the venue. Everybody has to spend money on an outfit, on their hair done, or their makeup, or their, you know what I mean? Like, everything costs money. If we don't work together, nobody gets anywhere. So, you know what I mean? Like, I'm all for showing up early and helping set shit up. Like, you want to make sure that where you're at is going to be dope. You want your videos to be good. You want your quality to be good. Like, your sound quality to be good, and it not, when you're paying these slot fees, sometimes you show up and your sound quality is shitty. Like, what is up with that?
Yeah, that's serious.
So
That's the worst. That's the worst.
Yeah, there's not worse than that.
It's nice to know graduated when you start getting around people, you know, where you're dealing with better sound quality, better venues. You know what I mean? It's not like you should ever be too good enough to play the smaller venues, because I'll perform anywhere that they'll have me. You know what I mean? As long as you're not charging me to perform, I'll come. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's big for me too, man. I've turned down a few things because of that. That just made me feel a certain way.
When I was first starting, I'm not gonna lie to you, I need to get my legs. You know what I mean? Like, I had decided, I lost like 180 pounds. I decided to get out there because I had surgery. I cheated. I was really, really big. I had children, and I was like, my health wise, it was just bad.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
I'm really short. All that weight on somebody that short, it was just a lot. It actually, I think my mom or my grandmother posted a picture of me 9 years ago. I was like, holy crap.
Transforming is a beautiful thing,
but
man.
yeah, I decided I was gonna just
good for you,
do
yo.
that.
Yeah, good for you, seriously.
It's marketing, and you know what I mean? Like, times change. You know what I mean? At this stage in the game, like, people are more open-minded. You got to be more open-minded as to what you listen to and who you listen to. Like, the different genres. Hip hop, I think people are mad that hip hop is growing and evolving. And instead of branching off and understanding that something is different and can be different, you want to fight it. Like, the old heads and the young heads, and like, who cares? Like, your music is your music. My music is what I create.
I agree with that, man. I make like boom bap hip hop, and like when people like, how do you feel about that, or what do you think you're better? I don't do the same thing. It's like hip hop's a lot of different things now, man. Like, I don't compare myself to anybody that does that.
It's like a whole nother genre.
A lot of that going on. Yeah, there is a lot of that going on.
Do y'all think that a lot of these commercial rappers, like a lot of their projects that they release, do you think that they sound like, do you think they got that Black Rob effect where they just sound the same? Every track sounds the same. It's talking about the same.
Yeah, a lot of them. A lot of them for certain.
How dope.
Yep. So it's like,
I was about to start naming names. I'm gonna stop.
Every time I hit.
Don't do that. Put it in your music.
I can't even name a lot of their names, man.
Yeah, you like, how you
maybe spell maybe like 10 of them, 12 of them. Like, I probably heard a lot of it just because.
Yo, let me ask you both this though. What's a rapper that like is like the new wave and kind of with all that new stuff that most people speak down on that you guys actually like that you wouldn't think that you like coming from where we come from? I'll say that for myself. I like some of Lil Yachty's tracks. You know what I mean? I like some of Lil Yachty's music. You know, what do you like? Something like that. What do you think? Like one artist that's like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, man.
Don't leave me out here with Lil Yachty, man.
See,
I got one.
All right.
I say I haven't listened to his music like that, but I've actually been shown a couple things by my boy who's into like both, a couple verses from Young Thug that I was actually like impressed.
Telling you,
There was actually some metaphor. There was
he's
some shit you
nice.
had to catch in there and shit. Yeah, there was some
He's
shit I
nice.
had to catch in there, man. And like that like made me lift the eyebrow, man, 'cause I wasn't expecting that at all, man.
He just does it in a high
So,
voice.
well,
What do you think, V? What's one?
Uh, I don't know. I think I'm like older than most people think, and I just I just omit a lot of garbage. Okay, so here's the thing. I listened to the radio for like 6 years. Like
Did
I
not?
went on.
You did not?
I did not like.
Oh, damn.
okay.
I get my music is if somebody recommended it to me. So obviously, if it was like a hit, I could get it on YouTube. It was something in that would pop up or whatever. But I was not turning the radio on. You know what I mean? So, and that was a big thing for a musician who went to school studying and composing music because of how I was feeling about my, what was going on in my life at that time. So for me to block all that out and then to come back in, I'm not doing all that research, bro. World, why would I listen to garbage? I just don't, and that's my personal opinion. If you like it, you like it. But I want to listen to things that are going to stimulate my brain and not eat away at it.
Yeah.
But if you ask my girls, I have taste in music, and you know what I mean? The emo stuff that they were listening to earlier is the shit. So, hey.
Nah, I like a little bit of everything, man, personally. I think there's good and bad at everything.
But like our era, our golden era of music
For
is
real, like
coming back around.
to be well, different people got to understand there is a market for
Yep.
everybody. You know what I mean? You have the opportunity to reach the whole
Yeah.
fucking world. We're global. We're on the internet. So you can reach the whole world literally. You just have to learn how to market the right way. And that's what I think, you know what I mean, when you have to do it on your own and you don't have a lot of funding, those are the growing pains. Those are the trials and errors. And, you know what I mean, eventually you hit. Somebody put your shit on the radio and somebody hears it. And, you know what I mean, last week you were broke. This week you got dough.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it happens that go viral overnight.
Yeah. The music industry's only growing. Opportunities are only increasing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you're in competition with everybody. So you have to figure out what makes you different from everybody else. What is it?
Yeah, and be different. Embrace it because that's what will make you shine. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like y'all are talking about the golden era V, you saying that you haven't even been listening to this era of music. But this era of music might just go away like disco. And then we're going to be left with only the timeless music. You know what I mean? So we might come right back to like some of them same vibes. We might go back to some Erykah Badu vibes, some like Dead Prez or like, you know what I mean? Whatever. We might go back to some of those vibes.
Especially with the world changing the way it is now, man.
You said what, V?
Like 3 years. As I've been listening to music again, like on the radio and shit, since like 2016. But before that,
okay,
you know what I mean? From into like 2016, from like 2016, yeah. I was very rarely listening to the radio. It was depressing. I just felt like music was taking. I think for a musician, it was taking too drastic of a turn too quickly, and it had to grow on me.
Yeah.
And as an artist, I had to be open-minded to those coming up, so that we don't put the same restraints that were put on us when we were coming up, saying, "Oh, your sound is whack. It's not this, and it's not." They're hearing the same things from us that we heard coming from them. You feel me? I don't want to do that to them. I want a different breed of music. I want a different breed of artists. that interests me. You know what I mean? We should want to nourish that. We should want to be part of the foundation of that. And people are afraid of it, and that we definitely shouldn't be.
Absolutely not. That's a very good point. You know what I mean? We got to be tapped into we got to be tapped into the youth, no matter what. As older heads, no matter what, we got to be tapped into the youth as just people that have survived and like have a couple of stories and experiences that we can pass down. So it's like we can never be looking down on what's new and just saying like, oh, because that's our future, and then we're saying our future is just going to hell, and there's nothing we can do about it, man. We gotta understand it. So I love dealing with youth through music, working with youth through music, because I get to like, I'm there and I'm seeing like the same flows you be hearing and some of the same like intentions, like there's like everybody be rapping about like, oh, the other side this, the other, you know what I mean, all that type of stuff. And it's like you can go be like, oh man, y'all are stupid, oh, y'all throwing your lives away. But it's like, let me sit and kind of sit with them and kind of understand, all right, where are you coming from, what this is hip hop to them, the same way we was like, you know, hip hop to us was whatever back then. It's like this is hip hop to them, how they like, and this is just how they express themselves. So it's like if you just let them get that out, then you can work with them a lot more than if we like just stops like running them with stop signs before they even get it out. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's all about nurturing somebody's, you know, growth. And what people, they fear that people are not going to grow out of things. 8 out of 10 musicians grow out of the desire to even want to make music. Yep. You know, and wow. Like there is not, and those who get the, you know, get the parents or get the guidance that you know, nourish that, you know, once they're satisfied, they either you either keep going or you stop, you grow into something else. I mean, those are things that are lost now because we've got Google raising our kids. You know what I mean? Like they're so not interested in anything, and their parents don't make them finish anything, and you know what I mean? It's just like with so many different points of view. I think this is why the government tries to control so much of what we do, because they're afraid that so many people are going to be teaching their kids different things, and you know, God forbid we do anything other than what the Christians say. And you know what I mean? It's like, why are you so interested in everybody else's life and personal life? Just, you know what I mean? Like everybody wants pretty much the same thing, to be happy and to live in harmony with each other. There are those of them out there that don't want that. And they're pretty obvious. You know what I mean? They're pretty vocal about it. So stop ignoring it.
Wise words. Well said. Well said.
Yeah, straight up.
Yo, V, let's get into this last track for the day. Then we're going to come back. We're going to let everybody know about where they can find you and what you got coming up next. So what's this last track that you want to hear? Kind of leave everybody with.
We can put on Back Down featuring Al B. I think he's staying in Atlanta, Georgia now, but he's from Mobile, Alabama too. We were in the studio for 12 hours that night, and he showed up in the middle of the night and laid this verse down for me. So shout out to him for that. But it's Back Down. He made that beat.
All right, where do I find it? It's on SoundCloud or YouTube.
It's right under What You Know.
Oh, okay, word. Okay, I got it right here. So let's get right into it. Vee Marie, Back Down, feature LB.
Ooh, Flame made this beat.
But Back Down.
I find it. I'm sorry.
Flame made that beat.
Oh, okay, word. Okay. Get right into it.
I smoke, I drink, I do my thing. These bitches hating, so you know I got to make it plain. Don't do cocaine with your chick, my main. We stick together, true forever, yeah, you know we bang. I miss those days, shit was easy. If only I make it, keep this shit on repeat. Now that I done upgraded, I've been upstate and y'all think I'm playing. And I got a hit now for these weak ass hoes who think I ain't slaying. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip, I don't need that shit cause I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip, I don't need that shit cause I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out. These hoes, they know I'm on, it's my show. I know I'm better, Gucci sweater, Louis V, my bros. I chose this road cause I know I'm cold. I'm on a level you can't handle, you can't steal this flow. I swear I want people to feel me, but I don't care if they don't, cause this is the real me. How can I give up? Hate is not enough to make them stop what I'm saying. And I gotta hit now for these weak ass hoes who think I ain't slaying. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip, I don't need that shit cause I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip, I don't need that shit cause I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out.
See, I'm really getting tired of you. Wanna do everything but tell the truth. They be sleeping on me really when I'm in the booth. Sensational, yes, tasteful, insatiable. My name, baby. Come on, girl, let me drive you crazy. Done fighting, I wanna fuck tonight. So what's up tonight? I'm all dressed in white. I don't snort the white, but we can blow the green. Reconcile the new money team. Sophisticated, so it may look mean. I'm all about my cream and trying to chase my dream. God got me, so I'll never stop. Keep it real, never turn and pop. Ambitious mind like I'm pimple pop. Long as Cam got us, we'll never flop.
Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip, I don't need that shit cause I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip, I don't need that shit cause I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out.
Yo, V, I messed with that track. You know, I just got a call the other day, so you know I'm about to put that in my car. I'll be like, yeah, I'll be riding to that joint, man. I'm telling you, but nah, I mess with that track.
Yo, when I pull into like the gas station and I got it banging, yo,
Yeah.
Flames beats go in.
Nah, I love what you did with that, though.
dope.
Track.
I love what you did with that, man. What you think, eh?
Yeah, that was dope, man.
HG.
That was dope, man. I love your voice, man. So that hook was dope, man. Back and
Thank
forth
you
on
so
that.
much.
Nah, that was dope.
Yeah, that was like, it brings me back. My fault, you were saying?
No, I just want to shout out to my boy Harold Griffin. He wrote the track, and he had actually wrote it for another artist, and I had never covered somebody else's music before. So he was like, "Yo, I wrote this track for somebody, but you know, if you want it, you know, this is how it goes." So we went to the studio, and he was like, "Yeah, let's do that." And like I said, we were in there 12 hours, not just for this track. We recorded like 4 tracks that night.
Damn.
But this was one of the tracks that we ended up laying. So shout out to
Nice,
him
man.
because I love this track.
That was dope. Yeah, that reminded me of like one of those like late '90s, early 2000s like R&B, hip hop summer bangers, man.
Yeah, man.
That was dope.
You gotta drive a Lexus to that.
So much.
Yeah.
Smooth,
Nah.
smooth.
For real, nah. I was vibing to that one, man. So y'all, all right. So I like all the music I heard tonight for certain. I'm definitely gonna be listening to these tracks independently. You know what I mean? Because I enjoy R&B music. I enjoy, like, you know what I mean, the different ranges. of kind of vibes that you came at us today with. You know what I'm saying? So remind everybody like where they can find all your music at.
Yo, check out my website. Like everything is there. VeeMarie.com. I write a blog every month to keep people updated. You know, I've got things in the works. My morning show is gonna come back because clearly I've got some time to focus on it. You know what I mean? There are things happening. I'm gonna be releasing 2 compilation records of music that I have with artists out of state. A friend of mine out of Albany, New York, and a friend of mine out of Mobile, Alabama. So that's going to be coming. And basically, we just prepping for when everything reopens. And I want to shout out to BMG and Supreme Entertainment. Hit up their pages. The I eat, you eat. Yo, I'm lit. I've been drinking and smoking all night. We've been having a good night, having good conversation.
That's
It's
the way
I
to
eat,
be.
we all eat. Basically, we eating. All right. Listen, go to Supreme. It's gonna be on my page. It's gonna be on Supreme Entertainment page. It's gonna be on BMG page. It's gonna be on Bugsy's page. It's out there. You know what I mean? We're trying to get as many donations as possible because we're basically just giving food to whoever needs it. You know what I mean? We're using our platforms to try to help those out there that need it.
Oh, that's
You know what I
dope. I
mean?
like
Like
that. Yeah.
we want to. I like for me. I know that I have potential, and if this is the way that we can help, then let's do
That's
that.
dope. Dope.
Word, it's been an absolute pleasure, man. Yo,
Yeah, man.
any words, Agar?
Nah, just been a pleasure, man. Like always, brother. And yeah,
No
it's
doubt.
really nice meeting and talking to you. I enjoyed everything too. And yeah,
It was nice talking to you guys. I'm sorry, I get to smoking and relaxing and just rambling. Sorry, my bad.
Nah,
that's
I
all
had
good.
fun.
That's
We
what it's
enjoyed
about,
this
man.
interview, man. This is a dope
Yeah.
interview. So this is gonna be on YouTube tomorrow, youtube.com/activated. And then this is your interview just like it's mine and yours, Like if y'all want to chop it up, download it, whatever. And you know what I mean? To everybody that's watching, Vee Marie, man, she's a real dope artist. She's been doing this for a long time. She's like a master at her craft. She's honed it to like a real like musical talent that she puts into these tracks, man. She does more than just music. She helps out other artists. Like I've seen her like promote and like organize events, all types of stuff. So it's like, man, gotta be tapping in with Vee Marie. If you a local artist, even if you're not a local artist, definitely check her out. If you like the music you heard today, go to her .com, VeeMarie.com, man. She got a lot going on, man. A God, he got a lot going on, man. He's recording for new tracks, new projects coming out.
Yep.
And at that, man, yeah, we'll see y'all for another Herm Radio soon, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
All right, one
Thank
love, man.
y'all.
Be easy.
Yeah. Good night, y'all.
Yeah, man, another really dope Herm Radio. Definitely a special one, man. Let's keep it going. See y'all tomorrow. We out.